What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Knab and Ro Show. I'm here with my compatriot and partner in crime, Ro. Say hi, Ro.
Hi, kids.
And welcome back to the podcast.
Yay!
Yay! Podcast time. So, Ro, where are you right now?
I am currently coming to you live from Lincoln City, Oregon. My family and I just arrived today for our annual beach trip. It is a coastal town in Oregon, and we absolutely love this place. I plan on retiring here at some point.
Really?
I love that. It's a cute little town, but not too super small, and I love the beach and the ocean, so it has all of what I like. So yeah, so here we are. We just arrived today, and I thought it would be fun to come to you live from the beach. And,
that's right.
See, because we talked about doing on the road podcast, so this gave us an opportunity to test out our app on our phone and see how good it's gonna be for those times. And yeah, so we're just settling in.
I feel like when we go, I'm going to have to bring my my hotspot on my work phone, and then bring at least one monitor and my PC just so we can get some decent recordings. Because I don't know how I'm going to do recording on my phone.
Oh, well, I'm using my phone, and I think it sounds okay.
Right, but I need the editing equipment.
Oh, the editing, yeah. Okay, yeah.
That's where it gets a little tricky. Yeah. But I mean, we could always, plan ahead and record stuff and have it set to post, and then I'll take stuff, whatever.
Absolutely.
We'll figure it out, guys. Don't worry about it. We won't talk about it,
Yeah.
Okay. So, tell me, Ro, what did you do last week?
What did I do last week?
Now, mind you, it's been 2 weeks because we did the 8th podcast again with the Queen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We, I know we had talked about the Renaissance Festival, I think the week before, and felt it appropriate to kind of promote that because it's a big thing for you, and it looks a lot of fun. And we had the Queen on, probably 6 months ago?
Oh, it was a long time. It was one of our first ones.
A long time ago. Yeah. So we would definitely wanted to promote them and generate some interest for them. So we thought it fitting. And I think you were out of town on business again, weren't you? Was that? Or was that? I don't remember.
I wasn't out of town on business because they won't let us travel anymore.
Oh, right. Okay.
So,
gotcha. But yeah, anyway, so that was that. 2 weeks. I can't remember 2 weeks ago, but I did. Sunday, I got my hair done after 9 months because of COVID and.
She got her hair did.
I got my hair did, yeah. So I feel like a whole new woman. There's just something about getting your hair done and just pampering yourself that just invigorates me. At least for me, it does.
Sure.
I always leave just feeling like hot stuff and like, yeah, this is great. Day's gonna be great.
Ro, because you are hot stuff. Come on.
Oh, jeez, you're so kind. You're too good.
You're
to me.
so welcome.
So I did that, and then I ended up spending a good chunk of the day with my cousin and her husband and my brother watching the Seattle game because I am a Seattle Seahawks fan, and football season is upon us. So what better thing to do than watch some Sunday football and eat ribs with your family?
That's perfect.
So yeah, so that was my Sunday. That was probably like the big event of the week. So football, hair, did some errands, and then just kind of prepped for our trip. I mean, we're here. It's Wednesday. People probably hear this podcast on Thursday because we usually post on Thursday. So we're here Wednesday through Sunday. So we're here for a few days and just needed to prep and get all that stuff going. But yeah, how was your week? I know you had a busy weekend.
It was a very busy weekend, yeah. I mean, the rest of the weeks in the past 2 weeks are pretty inactive. There wasn't a whole lot that went down, but as you guys know, my son has been having a deal with dealing with cross-eyed. I think it's like, I don't know the scientific term, but 1% of the population apparently have what he had, and we tried drops and they didn't work. I contacted the company that creates the drops or that develops the drops, and it wouldn't work. So we eventually had to do surgery. So last Friday, we took Roran at like 6 in the morning to Cincinnati Children's Hospital to get both eyes corrected. I believe that they take the muscles, they cut them, they move his eyes and reconnect the muscles where they need to be so he can have straight eyes again and whatnot. And it was such a smooth transition. He's doing so much better. He was jumping on me, throwing pills in my head tonight. So he's doing very well. And then
anytime, just not to interrupt, but I don't know. Did you ever see the Friends episode where Rachel needed eye drops and they had to like pin her down and put eye drops in her eyeballs? That's me. I can't anybody. If I see eye drops being put in anybody's eyes, my eyes start to water. Just even you talking about Roran and his eye drops, my eyes are watering currently. And it's so bad. I mean, I am Rachel and Friends when it comes to eye drops, and I need 5 people to pin me down and hold my eyelids open.
Well, you're not the only one. Roran absolutely hates them because he had to do. Think of this. It's not just eye drops, but he had to do those phospholine iodide eye drops for months. But it was refrigerated, so it was frigid, cold eye drops you had to put in his eyes.
No. Oh my god.
So what we have now, I think it's done Friday, and then we don't have to do more eye drops. But we can't force his eyelids open. We don't want to hurt his eyes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have to put it in his tear duct area, and hopefully we try to get him to open his eyes. But this kid screams bloody murder when it comes to these eyes. And they're not even cold. They're soothing ointment that would feel good, but he freaks out. It's crazy. He just hates, he just won't do eye drops. He'll never do contacts or anything.
Auntie Ro relates with him. Auntie Ro can relate to him, and it's okay.
Auntie Ro relates to Ro.
Yeah. Oh, that kid. He has me in his palm of his hand.
Oh, he has everybody in his palm of hands. He's a little manipulator. He's getting smarter. It's dangerous.
Stinker.
Yeah. So, and then that was the big thing. It's still kind of going on. But the other big thing was we had probably one of the biggest family get-togethers with my family. My brother came in town. My sister was there. My parents came up. And then my wife's family. They all came up from all over the place. For Alistair, my 1-year-old, his baptism. So,
yay!
So, we catered in some moes. Which was fantastic. A good friend of mine, Jenna, she, and I'll go ahead and give her a shout out. She did a great job. Thank you so much. She personally brought the food, got it all set up for the party, and was in and out and just rocked it. And we had a bunch of tables we got from the daycare that we were able to put in the backyard. I mean, I mowed my lawn at 8 in the morning, and I went to my neighbors and apologized, and he said, I didn't even hear it. I was up at 6. I'm like, oh, that's right. I forgot. Old people. You guys are always up early. He just looked at me and be like, oh my gosh, Mike. But they were nice. They gave us a table to use as well. So it was great. The kids were playing in the dirt. They were running amok. We were playing cornhole, eating food, had a fire. We launched fireworks. It was amazing. It was a great time.
Oh, good. Yay. Yay.
But I'll leave that one there. I could go on for hours.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course.
So, Ro, tell the listeners, what are we talking about today?
We are going to talk about dreams. And not dreams as in I dream of having this huge house. Dreams as in the things that happen when you sleep. Yeah,
not ambitious dreams.
Yeah.
Your brain going into La La Land dreams.
Yes.
So we're going to talk a little bit about our personal dreams, what we've had, recurring dreams, scary issue, whatever it is. We're just going to talk about dreams. But first, I wanted to talk about the science of dreams and go through the 3 stages of sleep and the final stage, which is the REM stage of sleep. And I'm going to read it. It's very short, but we're going to read this real quick. So the first stage, stage 1, is a non-REM sleep. And excuse me. The first stage of sleep is the changeover from wakefulness to sleep. So it's the initial part of it. So during this short period, lasting several minutes of relatively light sleep, your heartbeat, breathing, eye movement slow, and your muscles relax with occasional twitches. Twitches? I don't twitch. That's weird. And your brain waves.
side note,
Yeah.
I find myself like if I take a nap during the day, because we have an hour for lunch, and now that I work at home, I don't need a full hour to like eat food or make food or anything. But sometimes I'll just kind of like rest my eyes, quote unquote, and I'll like jerk or I'll like twitch, and I'll catch myself doing it. I'm like, what is going on?
You're in stage 1 of sleep.
Woo! I'm normal.
You're normal. Everything is okay. No need to worry now. But basically, your brain waves begin to slow from their daytime wakefulness patterns. So yeah, like Ro said, you just started to twitch. I've done that. I remember that. Or it's like when you're in class and you start to nod off in high school, and you like shake yourself as you're awake. That's
right.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And next is stage 2, which is another non-REM sleep, which is a period of light sleep as well before you enter the deep sleep. So your heartbeat, breathing slows, your muscles relax even further, your body temperature drops, and eye movements stop.
Oh.
Interesting. Brainwave activity slows, but is marked by brief bursts of electrical activity. You spend more of your repeated sleep cycles in stage 2 sleep than any other of the stages. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
What electrical bursts?
The brain
firing.
is an amazing thing. I mean,
I know.
I just, the more I learn about the brain, the more I'm like, wow, what an organ.
Oh yeah. The brain is a mystery to a lot of us. Even those that study it or know about it, there's still a lot that we don't know because we don't use all of our brain.
Right.
So that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
Diving
we don't
into
need
that.
to go down that road.
Yeah. So stage 3 is another non-REM sleep. So this is the last stage before REM sleep. I'll call it REM. Is a period of deep sleep that you need to feel refreshed in the morning. It occurs in longer periods during the first half of the night. Your heartbeat and breathing slow to their lowest levels during sleep. Your muscles are relaxed, and it may be difficult to awaken you. Your brain waves become even slower. So that's where I basically hang out all the time because I am impossible to wake up. I remember when I was a kid, my mom worked at an ambulance base, and she would take us kids there, and we'd stay overnight. The alarm would go off in that thing, which is loud as nothing else, to rightfully wake you up because there's an emergency. And I would sleep right through it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you weren't an emergency medical person.
Oh, I would never be good at that. I'd be like an on-call doctor, and I would sleep right through my alarms. It's awful.
Yeah.
All right, the final sleep stage, the REM sleep, REM sleep. It first occurs about 90 minutes after falling asleep. Your eyes move rapidly from side to side behind closed eyelids. That's creepy.
Wait, but aren't your eyelids already closed?
Yeah, behind closed eyelids.
Oh.
Yeah, they're just moving side to side while you're asleep, yeah. So, mixed frequency brainwave activity becomes closer to that seen in wakefulness. Your breathing becomes faster and irregular, and your heart rate and blood pressure increase to near waking levels. Most of your dreaming occurs in the REM sleep, although some can also occur in non-REM sleep. Your arm and leg muscles become temporarily paralyzed. Whoa. Which prevents you from acting out your dreams. Oh, that's cool.
I knew that part.
Yeah, so as you... Oh, aren't you fancy?
I am.
As you age, your sleepless... oh, wow. I don't English well, Ro. As you age, you sleep less of your time in the REM sleep. Memory consolidation most likely requires both non-REM and REM sleeps. So here's what I take from it. Your resting stages start from 1 to 3. And then the longer you sleep, the more you'll spend in the REM sleep. That's why I said don't oversleep because you get exhausted because you're just oversleeping. Because your body is basically awake at that point and you're dreaming and you're thinking about things and it's connected. That's what I take from it.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I'm just trying to sound smart here, bro. That's all I'm trying to do.
Well, you're doing a good job thus far.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I remember I took a class at Columbus State when I was there for 3 quarters before I went to Ohio State, and we talked about these stages, and I was so intrigued. But, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, sleep is definitely the brain. The brain is just a miraculous thing anyway. But like you said, that's for another podcast.
I mean, it's like a couple of those movies. I think it was Scarlett Johansson. Mm-hmm. She did something. She ended up using all of her brain power by the end of the movie and became just infinite. I know it was really weird the way it did, but it was pretty cool. Their take on usage of the brain.
Right.
But oh man, I gotta think of. You know what? I'm gonna think of that movie. That's gonna drive me batshit and crazy and something else. So tell us about one of your. Do you have a reoccurring dream, Ro, that you typically have?
I don't. So, and I'm not really sure what this means. And I always thought it was odd. So 2 things. One, the last couple nights, I have been having like a romantic relationship with Brad Pitt, and this happened like 3 nights in a row, which I'm totally fine with because I completely love him and he's just amazing. So I, wasn't upset at all about those dreams. So that's kind of like a more recent thing. But the weirdest thing I have, and this happens quite frequently, so I'll dream about my family. And I am one of 4 kids, and we're all adults. We all range from 28 to 38 between us 4 kids, and then my parents are older. And so anytime I have a dream, so I have 2 younger brothers, and the older of the 2 is 30, and then my youngest brother is almost 29. So the 30-year-old brother, in all of my dreams, when it comes to him being in it, or if like we're with family or anything, he is always the like 11, 12, 13 version of himself. He's not his current age in any of my dreams, and this has been years that this has happened. Everybody else is like where they currently are in real life, except for him. He is always the same age in all of my dreams that he's in. He's not like his current, 30-year-old self. He's always his younger version, which is like the weirdest thing to me. And why him? Like, it's just weird. It's crazy.
Huh.
Yeah.
So it's a current age, not a younger aged.
No, so like my entire family will be at the current age that they're at, except for him. He will be the like 11, 12-year-old version of himself in this dream.
Interesting.
But everybody else will be like whatever age they are currently, like right now today.
Huh.
Yeah, and it's been like that for years. For years, like I've never had a dream with him at his current age. It's always the like 10, 11, 12, and he'll be doing like adult things, like
drinking and
it's just the weirdest thing. I can't explain it.
Is it weird that I want to psychoanalyze your dreams now, Ro?
Yeah, no, please do, please do. Please do, because I want to know why this is happening. Like, do I have some like repressed memory of something that's trying to come through, or I don't know. Yeah, it's just the weirdest thing. It's just crazy. Yeah, and I'm an excellent runner in my dreams. I don't run in real life, but I have like really good form in my dreams when I run.
You can,
like,
you got the arm swing down.
I'm
heel toe, right?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Goodness gracious. So if I think about some reoccurring dream that I might have, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's very strange. It's not a consecutive, or I can never tell when it happens. I've maybe had this consecutive dream tops 3 to 5 times in my entire life. Okay. Mm-hmm. It takes place, I don't know whether it's a river or a swampy area. If I were to describe it anything, it would be in a small river with a bunch of inlets off the side, kind of like the mangroves you'd see in the Everglades area of Florida, but deeper and a little bit wider, if that makes sense.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And in this, I always take a boat to this random building that is on stilts in the water, but right next to these, we'll call them mangroves, right? So kind of back in a covey area. It's all the same colored wood. It's like a typical thing you'd see in the bayou, you know, like one of those things. And for some reason, there's something about the loss of gravity or the ability to jump higher. And instead of walking places, I end up trying to jump from place to place. Like there is a bottom level stairs to go to a balcony or a loft, and I always end up just jumping and grabbing the side of the loft to get up there. There's some other person there. I don't remember whoever it is. Like when I have the dream, I know who it is. It's typically relevant to somebody currently, and I think that person in that dream changes. And it's always someone I'm trying to get to, someone that I really care about. And then for some reason, some disaster happens, and I don't remember. Then I wake up. It's very weird. I can't describe it. It's just a cabin, a cabin on stilts in the water, and I'm chasing after this person to be with them, but it's not like desperately chasing. They're there, we're talking and hanging out, but for some reason I don't have that person as mine. Not I don't want to say my person, you know what I mean, but you know, someone connected to me. But I yearn for that person, and I'm cognizant that they're there.
What would happen if in real life, like,
I found that place?
Or like, like how creepy would that be?
I would sell my Mustang. I would invest in something, and I would purchase it because something's got to go down in this house. I'm just saying.
Right.
Maybe I'll die there. Maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe I should just not.
Oh, I don't know. That's crazy. That's good. The dreams are amazing. Like I love dreams. That's why I like to sleep. I hardly ever have. I hardly ever have nightmares or night terrors or anything. I know some people do. I am one of the few that don't. Like all of my dreams are pretty safe and not like scary. I mean, I have a couple where I remember a couple that I've been in like car accidents or something, and I'll brace myself for impact in my dream, and as I'm like impacting like a tree or whatever, I'll wake up. But I wouldn't necessarily say like I'm being chased by, you know, zombies or bad people or anything. You know, my dreams tend to be pretty realistic. You know, I'm not giving birth to giraffes or know, it's not like purple sky out. I mean, my dreams are pretty realistic. Like they could happen. Like, you know, I mean, if Brad Pitt were to come knocking on my door, I would welcome him graciously and yes, please. But yeah,
I mean, let's just put it this way. Let's say I get a hold of his agent and get him to come on the podcast and just surprise you one day. What would you do?
Oh my God, I would be speechless. I would try really hard to compose myself on air, and then afterward, I mean, if that ever happens, you would need to like have some sort of video something, because
a video chat.
Yeah.
So for our first road trip,
right?
We went. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what I would do. Like I'm freaking out now, even thinking about it. Like,
you know, it's funny. I have a clinic of mine, and I've been trying to get him to switch completely over to my product. And we joke around, and I'm saying, you know, what could I do to, you know, win you over? Blah 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 blah. And I jokingly found out that one of them really likes Chris Hemsworth, you know, Thor.
Ooh.
And I'm like, so what would you guys do if I brought Thor in and he said he was going to come and help me out? They said, yep, we would switch and we'd tell the doctors to deal with it.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
That was so funny. Perfect. I just thought it was hilarious. Obviously, we're all joking. It's all fun and games and all that jazz, but yeah, we thought that was hilarious. You know, and people ask me, who's that one celebrity crush you have? We're getting off topic here, but I don't think I have one, to be honest. I don't. I'd really have to think.
Yeah, 90s Brad Pitt, like Legends of the Fall Brad Pitt, around that time period. So what, early mid 90s? I think Legends came out in like 94 or something. But 90s Brad Pitt is probably is a great choice. Also, Will Smith is like a super close second. Yeah, super close second.
Will Smith.
Yeah, because he can sing, he can dance, he's hilarious. Like, come on. I mean, he's like the package deal. Yeah. So that would be good. Yeah. Either one of those I would be. I mean, and then you have Chris Pine too with his eyes. Oh, his eyes.
Oh my gosh, Ro. Why don't you just say all the men? All of them.
Okay. And then this is the last one I got to throw in there. Henry Cavill. Like,
oh, Superman.
The
Witcher.
Okay, Will Smith's number 3. Henry's very close number 2. And then
okay.
Brad. Yeah.
Hotter in Witcher or Superman?
Witcher.
Yeah. Do you like the long white hair?
You
don't like the good farm boy, wholesome farm boy? You like the mysterious bad boy?
No, I liked Henry. I liked Henry in The Tudors. Can I just point that out?
Oh, The Tudors.
Yeah, because he was naked.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
And he was in Renaissance. He was in Renaissance outfits, and he had the rar. Thank you.
Oh my god.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I can't go that deep in these conversations. I'm a married man.
Yeah. I'm single, so I can. Thank you.
Go to town, Ro. Go to town. Oh man. Well, anywho's back to dreams, because we were really bad at going off in tangents.
I know.
I also had another reoccurring dream. Excuse me. In my reoccurring dream, it's not exactly flight. It is almost as if I have to get a running start, and I kind of float or run up into the air as if I'm on a very giant swing. And then it immediately turns me back around and back in a swinging motion back towards the ground. It's weird. It's not exactly flight, you know what I'm saying? It's you can go up, I can really go really high, and it's as if I'm flying, but then the world says, get down.
Interesting.
It's very strange. And I remember like battling evil somethings like that once, and I used that as an ability to defend against it, and I don't even remember all of it, but I've had family in my dream, in that specific dream, like my brother, my mom, my sister, my dad, but I don't remember the particulars about it, but yeah.
Sure.
Do you have any other recurring dreams or anything that's not Brad Pitt?
I don't think so. I mean, the brother thing is like a big standout, odd thing. I don't know. I mean, I dream of a lot of, sometimes my ex-boyfriends are in there, or ex-friends that I don't see anymore tend to pop in. I mean, I don't have any reoccurring dreams that happen like consecutively all the time. But yeah, it's all kind of random, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're coming up on the half hour here, and I know this isn't going to be a long one tonight, but I want to know from the listeners, what are your reoccurring dreams? I want to hear the weirdest ones, the scariest ones, the happiest ones. I want to hear about it all. Yeah. So put down the comments and let's see who has the coolest dream. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. Agreed. I love talking about dreams. So let's get that conversation going. Absolutely. Awesome. Well, hey everybody, we would like to thank you so much for listening to this podcast. If you like the podcast, go ahead and jack that like button right in the nose. Don't forget to tell your friends and family all about the Knab and Ro Show. And as always, this podcast is a wrap. Till next time, kids.